You're probably wondering why I am back after a jump cut. As you see, it has been at least a few months since I last played this game, and after my tearful goodbye on my just before the cutscene, that was supposed to be the end of it. But apparently, I kind of ended the game too early, and a buddy of mine told me that I should go back to Kratos' house, and there's more. There's like a cutscene or something. So, in true Marvel after credits fashion, I will sit and wait to see what happens. Wow, it feels like a long time ago since I last played this. Well, it has been a long time, but I'm gonna guess 5 months. Let's see here, because during that time I have played through what was it, 14 hours of Dragon Quest XI and 20 hours of Final Fantasy 6 or 3 for the Super Nintendo. Let's see. First thing I gotta do is take a look where I'm going. Let's see here. So there's Kratos and Boy, and this is their home, right? The Wildwoods. Entrance, hidden chamber. Okay. I thought I started up here somewhere, but maybe I don't know where I don't remember where home is. Let's see here. Okay, so this is the mountain. I'm pretty sure it was all the way on the other side, so maybe I need to go this way. Because what is this? Go to journal. Family business. What about this? Nope. Okay, that's where we fought, what do you call it? That was the endgame fight, basically, right there. So we're going this way. Maybe we need to go through this way? Here, I believe? I think this is the way home. Entrance, hidden chamber. Oh man, where is home? Okay, so there's the turtle. The turtly turtle, which is cave lower level. Foothills. Valkyries. I am not going to attempt the Valkyries right now because they are really, really hard. Maybe on a separate video. I was thinking of making these other videos where I try to tackle challenges, like really hard challenges that I haven't been able to do, like beat Battletoads. Even like the third level. I've never beaten the third level on Battletoads. Let's see here. I think I'm going this way. Am I going this way? Okay, hold on. Oh, okay. Shop. Okay, so I know where to go now.
Why did you say Tyr felt responsible for what Odin did to the giants?
There was an incident shortly after the forging of Mjolnir when...
That's how you say that word, Mjolnir. Okay, so we're going over here. Let's see, active markers, R3. Whoop. No. How do I set markers? Maybe I do this. Whoop. How do I set a marker? Whoop. Nope, that's not it. Gotta learn all these buttons again. Okay, let's see here. R3, active markers. It's taking me all the way over here. Secondhand soul, enter the... Well, okay, that's optional. Well, at least we're going in the right way.
This was when the Long War was young, and victory was still a thing dreamed of, and the Jotnar might have tipped the balance between Aesir and Vanir. Odin had persuaded Tyr that the hammer was merely a deterrent, a means to broker peace from a position of strength. Tyr was hopeful to convince all parties they would prosper best through peace. He knew the giants were deeply concerned about the hammer, a super weapon in hands they did not trust. but they trusted Tyr.
Should I go there? I'm right here. Add to compass. Shop. How do I get there? Do I go through here? Entrance, witch's cave. Entrance, fab. Okay, so those are entrances here. I should go through the Mystic Gateway and use
Tyr always believed the best in people, and taking Odin at his word in his
Okay,
desire
let's
for
go
peace,
back.
he brought the Raven King to Jotunheim. From there, things unraveled quickly. The giants anticipated Odin's trickery and exposed his true agenda to spy and steal their seats of wisdom. With magics, they expelled Odin from their realm and cursed him never to return. Frustrated, Odin visited his fury upon the giants of Midgard. Thor unleashed Mjolnir's might upon any giant he could find. None could stand against the tide of slaughter that followed. And at last, it seems, with Tyr's aid, they retreated. The tower disappeared, no giants could be found in Midgard, and no man nor god has set foot in Jotunheim since.
Cool story, bro. Okay, so we'll look for the what was it? That gateway or something. Where is it? It's to the right.
I need that alchemist for something I'm stewing up for you. If you're smart, you'll find him.
Okay, let's go through. And then we'll choose this one. There we go. And let the door open. Open sesame. There we go. We don't have to make all that journey over there.
The tower ate the Unity Stone, didn't it? I wanted to fly again.
Yes, that's a terrible pity.
Okay. Tell me again how Odin knew we were going to Jotunheim before we did.
Odin is extremely clever, you see. Nearly as clever as he thinks he is. And he's a collector of prophecies. If it's about the future, he adds it to his collection. Helps him style himself as all-seeing and all-knowing. But of course, the idea is control. Control of the future, control of his fate. He'd control every realm of every land in every world if he could. Every potential pocket of resistance, he seeks to eliminate. Even if you've never posed a threat before, he may think one day you might. So you see, it's not important how he knew before you did. It's important that he was right.
Ah. So I'm guessing this trilogy is going to focus on taking out the Norse mythology. Oh, here we are. Good old home.
Finally home. Feels like a lifetime ago.
Bit drafty, maybe. It's a right improvement over having tree bark in your Tadger.
Time to rest.
I'm gonna sleep through winter.
All right. So I guess we go to bed. Time to rest. There we go.
Okay, this'll do.
Sleep.
Way ahead of you.
Oh, that sounds good right now. It's the end of my day, so let's see. Years later. How many years later? Well, they slept for years. The boy is still the same age. Okay, who is this now? Electricity. Let me guess, it's Odin. Is that Odin? Odin is real mad. You got him. Oh, it's Thor. Well, looks like we got ourselves a sequel coming very shortly. I'm probably guessing for PS5. Wow. Okay, so here's the real credits. Or maybe it's... Okay, yeah. So this is the real credits this time. I saw the what looks like is leading into God of War 2 or 5 or whatever they're gonna call it. And yeah, like, I'm wondering if they're gonna. I'm just wondering where is this gonna take? Where is this gonna take place in the same map, or is it a different region of the continent they're on? Who knows? But yeah. So, I wish I had a little bit more to say other than, you know, I wish this was, I wish I had saved up the signing off and the goodbyes of this playthrough, because, like, everything I said, like, in my previous, before the previous cut, I was saying goodbye, thanks for watching, and this and that, and this and that. Yeah. But meanwhile, what I was doing in the meantime between the long cut is I was playing. Yeah, I think I mentioned already. I'm playing Dragon Quest. I'm playing Final Fantasy 3 or 6, however you want to call it. And I'm thinking of doing after Final Fantasy 3, which is coming up in about a week's time from this video. I would say, like, after this video, I'm doing 7 different playthroughs. Well, I'm doing seven different videos, and after the 7 different videos, which are going to be probably single video playthroughs, with the exception of Jumping Flash, which will be 3 videos. So there's a week's worth of let's say downtime from really long playthroughs. So after this video and the next 7 videos, which are shorter playthroughs of different games, I will be playing Final Fantasy 3 or 6. Then after that, after I'm done Final Fantasy 3 or 6, I'm going to do the same thing, 7 different videos, shorter playthroughs, and then after that will be Super Mario Odyssey. Because I brought Super Mario Odyssey last year, and I've been dying to play it. It's just that there's been so many games coming out that I've been getting, and I'm very excited for. But in the meanwhile, I'm just getting the hang of putting out my shorter quick play videos, and I think I've put out like 60 videos so far, 60 episodes of quick play, and that's just a dent in my collection. So 60 down, 1100 left to go, I guess. I'm just guessing ballpark figure. So I'm glad you can. Oh, the music is just so grandiose. I love it. It feels like I finished watching a movie that I just didn't catch the rest of. Well, I actually watched the rest of the movie, but this game actually felt like a movie. But no, I played through the game, and I enjoyed it like I would a movie. So if you noticed, while I was playing through, I was quiet a lot of time. They were talking, even though there was subtitles. I was paying attention because this was the first time. Like some of my videos are gonna be like first time playthroughs, and some other game playthroughs will be just games I enjoy playing through, like Sonic the Hedgehog, and one of these days I want to play through Final Fantasy VII again before the remake comes out next year. And I am definitely going to be all over that remake. I'm going to buy the PS4 version, probably the PS5 version, because, I'm a sucker for Final Fantasy VII. And I don't know when I'm going to do my Final Fantasy VII playthrough, but I'm going to be playing it leading up to the Final Fantasy VII remake. But am I going to play the Final Fantasy VII remake right after? Who knows? I haven't really been that far ahead yet. I usually schedule out my playthroughs about a month in advance, and then I play through them nightly. And and especially on days off, I probably put in a couple episodes, sometimes 3, maybe 4 if I'm feeling ambitious. But playing video games for fun and not talking and not commentating has a little bit of a different feel when you're playing games and trying to think up of things to say. But I've been doing this for about at least a good 2 years before I started putting out videos, and I've been putting out videos for about 3 months now. And just from the first video I uploaded and published all the way to the video that I'm doing now, I've really gotten I'm starting to get the hang of talking and commentating and playing. The thing is that sometimes I notice that when I'm watching my own videos that I do kind of ramble and drone on a little bit, and that's just me trying to think of what things to say. My aim is to play. When I'm playing this channel, I just usually just want to play and experience the game, and you're experiencing the game along with me too. So it's usually blind playthroughs unless otherwise stated. But yeah, so I really like playing God of War. I played through most of the first one, but I want to do a proper playthrough. I don't know when. There's just many games I want to play through, and I hope you will join me along for the ride doing some of these playthroughs, because when I think about it, hey look, Sean Schimmel was in here, third row, second down. Sean Schimmel, that's Goku. He does the voice of Goku in the English dub. It's awesome. I wonder if Yuri Lowenthal is on here. I actually not spoke to him, but I kind of had an email chat with him there. I had an email chat with him over just a little. Well, I wasn't planning anything with him. It's just that I asked him to do a greeting for a certain someone, and he agreed to it, and he gave me he emailed me a recording of a birthday greeting to a certain someone.
This is Yuri Lowenthal, also known by some as Sasuke Uchiha from Naruto. I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. Your brother made this happen, so you might want to give him a big hug the next time you see him. He just wanted to make your birthday a little extra special, so he got in touch with me, and, well, here we are. You're a special person, and you deserve a special birthday. Just remember, birthdays are for everyone, but revenge gets tricky. Don't get into the revenge business. Trust me, it is not going well for me. So happy birthday, Rob.
Basically big budget movies when it comes to releasing them on the PS4. I mean, the games nowadays really look like movies now. Playing this game and watching some of the cutscenes it just felt like I was watching a movie. There are times where I just, be holding the controller, and then when it's time to move, I'd be like, oh yeah, I forgot I was playing a game. I guess I'll go forward then. But I can't imagine what the next 20 years of video gaming is going to look like. I mean, it seems like they hit a wall. A wall in graphics, the graphics department. Right now, they're just the only things that are being added to video games graphic-wise are very, very fine details, stuff like water and clothing, fabric, and hair, physics, stuff like that. When you think about it, you go from all the way from 8-bit, to 2D, then 16-bit, 32-bit, which was more of a higher, more animated 2D plus really rough 3D, and then 64 graphics, which was a little bit more finer 3D, and then what came after 64-bit? Oh, excuse me. Oh, that's right. Dreamcast, PS2, Xbox. those games started, the 3D started looking more plastic looking, but it was still impressive. And then PS3 came out, and there was like a whole lot more detail to added to it. And same thing with PS4. And with the PS4, it is the most realistic graphics I've ever seen. And people are probably going to laugh at me 20 years from now saying, huh, he thinks PS4 has the best graphics. What a dink. Well, I don't know if they'll say dink now, back 20 years from now, because it's 2019 as of right now, and this game came out last year. Yeah, I didn't buy this until like late 2018, and it took me like a couple months to play through because I was very busy over the holidays and I couldn't exactly put in any time to play. But now that I have finished it, actually, finally, as of speaking right now, it's like July 12th. I'm gonna look at my phone just to make sure. July 13th. Yeah, so I completed this game like earlier this year, and it's been like 5 months since I've last played this game. And yeah, I didn't want to leave out the actual, credits and that little cutscene at the end there. It wasn't until like just a little while ago I was reminded by a friend of mine, like, you played God of War? I was like, yeah, I finished it. And I saw the credits, and but I told him exactly where I was, and he told me that you better go back to the house. There's a little cutscene after that. I'm like, really? I didn't finish the game? He goes, no. And then he told me, like, and then there's like actual credits. Man, these credits are long. Feels like I've been talking for like 15 minutes. Probably is, but yeah, so this episode is probably going to be a little bit longer than 1 hour. Actually, the initial final episode was 1 hour and 37 minutes, but yeah, I'm going to have to split that now because of how long this additional recording is. So yeah, so let's see here. Okay. I was just trying to read that name there. What do you call it? Plunkard. That is weird. Chris Canning. Adam Lidbetter. Wow, that's there's some interesting names on here. Julia Bianco, Erica Mihalo. As you could tell that I'm kind of out of things to talk about. But no, what I'm looking forward to in God of War 2, or the game that comes after this, is I'm expecting what's his name, Atreus to be teenager age, or maybe full grown, and him and Kratos probably gonna tag team. I'm expecting Kratos to die. I was expecting him to die in this game, to be honest. I don't know if he's gonna die in the next game or not. Pass it over to Atreus, or maybe they'll kill him at the end of the third game of this trilogy. Because as far as I know, we were led to believe that Kratos has been killed in God of War 3. Man, I gotta play through God of War 1, 2, and 3, because it just seems like story-wise they're pretty epic games, especially with the set pieces and everything. I gotta play through the God of War trilogy. I gotta play through Uncharted. I gotta play through the Yakuza series, because I played Yakuza Kiwami. It was a PS Plus game, so I decided to check out Yakuza Kiwami, and I really liked what I played there. And it was kind of like Shenmue, I guess you could say. Oh, that reminds me, I gotta play through Shenmue 1 and 2, because 3 is gonna come out, I don't know how many months from now. But yeah, I'll probably get that too as well. Another series I want to get into is Dragon Hunter. Monster Hunter. I almost said I almost said Dragon Quest or Dragon Warrior. But I hear that Monster Hunter takes like hundreds of hours away. A single game can take hundreds of hours away from a person if they get into the grinding mode of getting the better equipment. I would say I have an addictive personality enough that I probably would actually put in hundreds of hours in a video game. Whether or not if I'll do a playthrough recording of it, is up in the air at the moment. So right now, as of right now, after I finish this video, I gotta try to figure out what I'm gonna upload for my modern gen quick play. I wonder, for a moment there, I was half expecting them to sing "Happy Birthday" in that epic singing there. Happy birthday. Okay, I'm not gonna. I will stop right there. I can't carry a tune. I won't try to either. But yeah, you know, in the next few months of video gaming, I'm looking forward to. I wish I could get some of the new games to play, but the rule that I have for this channel is that I'm not gonna immediately play the new games, whatever comes out, because I don't have the time, and I kind of want people to play through the game before anybody, because I am not one to upload spoilers, because when God of War first came out, this one, I avoided watching, gameplay videos of it, and that was one of the reasons why I played through this as my second playthrough of this channel, because I really wanted to play through it, and I'm kind of glad I did. I hear this is a little bit of a slower paced God of War story and action wise, because like the first three God of Wars are kind of like beat 'em ups, like modern beat 'em ups, kind of like Streets of Rage. You go to one area, you fight a whole bunch of enemies, and then you move on to another area, fight a bunch of enemies. That's basically how the God of War series is like basically. And yeah, I'm looking forward to. Let's see, what else am I looking forward to? I want to play the new Super Mario Maker 2. That looks fun, because I played the first Super Mario Maker 1, and I had a heck of a time with some of those levels, and those levels are just pretty hard. I don't know if those levels carried on to Super Mario Maker 2, but with Super Mario Maker 1, it's pretty, it's pretty something. Oh man. And they recently they released a teaser or a trailer for Marvel's The Avengers game, and it looks pretty nice actually. I may wait on that though, because I'm just gonna like a lot of games that I want to play. I can't afford right off the bat, and then I play through some of my games, and I later see that some of the games that I do want to play drop in price, like to half the price, or even sometimes down to $20 or $10. Like I brought Bloodborne for $30, which was pretty good, but now it's down to $10 at my local Walmart, which which kind of sucks, because I haven't even played through Bloodborne yet, and there it is being sold for $10. See, this is one of the reasons why I hold off on playing games, because I don't have the time to play them, and I am trying to catch up on my backlog. And while I'm doing that, games are dropping in price, and I'm buying them. But there are a few things that kind of get in my way that kind of rape my wallet there. I brought a few months ago, I brought the Super NT, which is a premium Super Nintendo clone console, and I also brought the Sega Genesis equivalent of that, the Mega SG. and those are both pretty awesome. What do you call it? Consoles to have, because they play the cartridges fine and they look nice on my big screen. And also, like another thing too that came out was that is going to be coming out next month is, what is that called? The Mega SD, which is basically like the Sega CD FPGA in a cartridge. That's awesome. I mean, like, it doesn't take discs. It doesn't take discs, but it does take SD cards. So if you have a Sega CD and you have a Mega SD, also a console to play it on, whatever it is, it works on all Sega Genesis consoles, Nomad, and even the Mega SG. And yeah, if you have a disc, if you have a Sega CD, you can rip that disc and put it on the micro SD card, put it in the Mega SD, and play it on your... And you can play Sega CD games on any Genesis. That's pretty awesome. I mean, like, you know, I thought that the Super Game Boy, being like they put the Game Boy guts in a cartridge, I thought that was amazing a long time ago, but now I don't like putting a Sega CD in a cartridge, within a cartridge. That's pretty good. I mean, like, that is, you know, when I think about it, this seems like something that should have came out 10 years ago. But what, you know what, I shouldn't complain. It's coming out. Everybody wants it. It sounds awesome. But the thing is, if I were to get it, it would cost me close to 600. No, wait. No, it would be more. It would be over $500 for me to get the Mega SD, and I don't have any Sega CD games, so it's on my to get list, to buy list, because I would like to play some Sega CD games. It's just that some Sega CD games are just really, really expensive. Like Snatcher. I've heard of Snatcher. I'd like to play it, but it's going to cost me $1,000 to get. I don't think any game is worth $1,000. And for some reason, I can get Sonic CD for $80 if I want. But I already have Sonic CD on my PS3. Well, there's a few games on the Sega CD I would like to get. Like, it's pretty expensive being a retro video game collector nowadays, because they just keep on jacking up the prices higher and higher and higher. And I'm pretty sure they're going to start doing that for PS2 games and N64. I think N64 already counts as retro. But PS2 games, PS3 games, I can imagine them climbing up in price eventually, if there is going to be any nostalgia for them. Well, I'm pretty sure the people who are 20 right now are gonna feel nostalgic for them when they get to my age, like mid-30s. But I kind of wish that some of these old consoles would just release games on physical media. Like, it would be pretty nice if they released a Sega CD collection on, let's say, a PS5 disc or something. And I sometimes wonder, how long are they going to keep physical media around? Because PS5 is going to take discs, I'm assuming. But what about the console generation after that? What are they going to take? Hard to say. I wonder how long these credits are. These credits have been going on for quite a bit. It feels like it's looping pretty much. Well, we're gonna tough it out to the end of this one, and we'll just wait for the end, I guess. It's like what, 1,000 people worked on this. Maybe they're just making up names now, like Joby Hirschfield. No offense to Joby Hirschfield, I'm just trying to make a cheap joke there. Okay. Okay. So what else can I talk about? Running out of things to talk about here. Oh, yeah, they are releasing... Okay, okay, so Nintendo released their plug-and-play systems, which was the NES and Super Nintendo. And Neo Geo released their own little plug-and-play system as well, which is a little arcade cabinet, which hooks up to TV through HDMI, which is called the Neo Geo International Mini I have. That's where my Neo Geo games come from when I play them. And I forget what else is there. Oh, the PlayStation Classic. But what was I... Oh yeah, okay, I kind of went off on a rabbit trail there. But yeah, the thing I was trying to talk about was Sega is coming out with their own plug-and-play system. But you're probably thinking, didn't they already release a couple of crappy plug-and-play systems through AtGames? And I would say yes, you are correct. But this next release is being backed up by Sega themselves. They're making sure that it's coming out, with good. It's coming out with a good quality product. And M2 is taking care of the emulation, and those guys have worked on the Sega Ages releases on the Nintendo Switch, and from what I've seen, it's pretty good emulation. I mean, looks spot on. So a Sega Genesis plug-and-play system that is accurate in video and sound. 40 games too. Sign me up for that. Because there's a couple of games on there I do not have, and I would like to... Oh, excuse me. There's a few games on there I would like to have. That they did not release on previous collections. I think there was Contra Hardcore and Castlevania Bloodlines. And there's also a bunch of good games on there too, such as what was it? Gunstar Heroes, I think it's called. I forget what it's called. And there's the Sonic the Hedgehog games, but for some reason Sonic 3 is not being released on a lot of these collections nowadays, because I have no idea. The rumor is, or the theory is that Michael Jackson worked on some of the soundtrack on Sonic 3, and I don't think Sega had I don't know if Michael Jackson was paid or his estate has been paid. I have no idea. I am just speculating right now with just this rumor that I've heard, that Michael Jackson might have made some music, and I'm just thinking that maybe it's a money thing now, or maybe they don't have the rights to use that music, which is pretty dumb though, because if somebody made a game for a music and they signed they said they gave it the okay, shouldn't it be let alone? I don't know. Sometimes money comes in the way of creativity. What was it? Every time somebody wants to make something, or they make a real good song, and somebody comes out with and then another person who owns 5 seconds of something off that song, decides to sue for it, and then they want money, and then nothing gets released or nothing happens. Just recently, what's his name? I think they're called The Verve. There was a song called Bittersweet Symphony released in the 90s, and The Verve, I guess the band who played it, used a sample from an old Aerosmith, or was it Rolling Stones song, and the people who had rights, people who had rights over some of the copyright material in Rolling Stones, or the old song that they sampled from, kind of I don't know, they did a whole they took them to court, and basically The Verve didn't get any money for that song, even though it was immensely popular. Actually nobody really cared about The Verve making any money until it got big, and then the person decided to speak up because, he saw money. Yeah. Money brings out the worst in people. I heard that, Like, I've read somewhere that winning the lottery can be the worst thing that'll happen in your life. I mean, like, because as soon as you win, like, let's say, not $1 million, but let's say in the double or triple digit $1 million, like, let's say $50 million or $100 million, you win that much, right? I've read of so many bad things that can happen. People try to kill you, and people try to rob you. You know, you have companies knocking on your doors for life insurance. Everybody's gonna throw their expertise your way. Family members are gonna fight over how much money they should get. I don't know. Everybody, I think a lot of people have good intentions when it comes to giving out money, but I read that you should never give out money, and you should put money in charge of I have no idea. I read it somewhere, but let's see. This game contains fonts owned by or licensed from Monotype Imaging Inc. Audio powered. Okay, looks like we are coming to the end of the credits, because it says copyright 2008 to 2018. Oh, but that's by users Oodle. Okay, so we are coming close to the end of these credits here. These are some really long credits. Could you imagine if every Marvel movie that came out with post-credit scenes had like about a 25-minute credit roll before you get to see an extra scene? That'd just be crazy. And I'm pretty sure that there are people who would still stick by till the end, kind of like me. Oh, look at this. Present day.
Atreus, are you ready?
Yeah, but I had the weirdest dream.
What's that?
Fimbulwinter was ending, and Thor came for us, here at the house.
Oh.
It was only a dream.
But it felt different. It felt real. It felt
Real.
like the future.
Then we will worry about it tomorrow. Today, there are still things we can do. Come.
Okay. Present day. Okay, so Atreus dreamed of the future. I could play the game all willy-nilly and go for could do all the extra, what do you call it? All the extra side quests and everything. But but I'm gonna just have to leave that. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe one of these days when I run out of games or something, like that'll ever happen. I don't know. If I ever decide to play the side quest, I'll probably do an additional videos of some sort. Maybe some special videos. I have no idea. All right, so we've reached the end of what do you call it? This playthrough, and I would like to thank you for sticking through that. What felt like half an hour of credits. And yeah, so this has been God of War for the PS4, and I hope you enjoyed watching me play this game as much as I enjoyed playing it, and we will catch you tomorrow with a different long play video game. So until then, we'll see ya. Have a good one.